Well, we all know someone these days who is following a gluten-free diet. Gluten is a type of protein found in wheat and some other grains, and some people need to avoid it for medical reasons. Even small amounts of gluten make those people sick, but many others are avoiding it just because they think it will help them get healthier, maybe help them lose weight. Our global national health specialist, Dr. Ali Zentner, is with me now to talk about all this. Ali, how many people are actually can't eat gluten, have celiac disease?
So celiac disease is a true allergy to gluten, where your small intestine actually has an autoimmune reaction and reacts to gluten or it's in its digested properties. And that's less than 1% of Canadians, about 0.5% of Europeans.
Wow, very tiny amount. Now, some people are also have an intolerance to gluten, which is different.
Absolutely. So we look at it as a spectrum. So on the one end, there's true celiac disease. In the middle is a gluten sensitivity, where we're not really sure about those numbers. And again, it may be immune mediated. And then there's the rest of the population who do make claims that they are what we call sort of gluten intolerant. And those numbers are a huge gray area because, one, we don't have true diagnostic tests for that. It's often sort of a self-diagnosis, so to speak, and the physiology of it is unclear.
Well, and the self-diagnosis is leading to these huge amounts of gluten-free products now on store shelves. It is a big business, isn't it?
So the gluten-free industry is actually about a $4.2 billion industry. The estimates are that that food industry will climb to about $6 billion plus within the next 7 years. And the reality of the situation is what you're seeing is a marketing take advantage of what is truly a disease for 1% of the population. But for the rest of us, should we be switching to gluten-free for health concerns remains to be seen.
Well, a lot of people do it because they think it will make them healthier and help them lose weight.
And in fact, that couldn't be further from the truth. So if you switch to a true gluten-free diet, which essentially is a whole foods plant-based program, you may indeed be onto something, because in theory you're eating more vegetables and fruit, less carbohydrates, protein, you're eating more protein, etc. But if all you're doing is substituting gluten-based products for example, gluten-free cookies or gluten-free breads, you're getting a higher amount of sugar content, a much lower amount of fiber, and you're actually sacrificing a huge part of your diet.
So is there a risk in doing that, and what is the risk?
So there's a risk in that if you're doing this for weight loss, it's more important to think of what you're taking away than what you're adding. If all you're doing is substituting gluten-free products for gluten products and you don't have celiac disease, be very careful.
So look at all the ingredients on those packages, right?
Donna, I think the ultimate thing here is what I do with patients is tell them, start thinking about what you're eating. And anytime you're making a dietary change, look at what you're switching to and look at what you're taking away.
All right. Dr. Ali Zentner, thank you.